Good morning, students. Today we are going to read about frigid zones. Okay, so first you see where it is lies. Just wait. I'm going to give you description. The North Frigid Zone includes the tundra. Okay, the North Frigid Zone includes the tundra, which is a zone of level or rolling ground, devoid of any trees. The South Frigid Zone, which largely comprises Antarctica, lacks a well-defined tundra. What about the climate? The Frigid Zone experiences cold climate, and these zones experience two seasons, summer and winter. Summers are short and winters are very long and cold. The polar regions experiences 6 months of continuous daytime and 6 months of continuous nighttime. Sun it means polar region it means North Pole and South Pole. We are talking about North Pole and months of continuous daytime and 6 months of continuous nighttime. Because this is our earth, and this is North Frigid Zone, North Pole, and this is South Pole. This is North Frigid Zone and this is South Frigid Zone. And this is sun. This is sun. So when the earth moves around the sun position is still same. सन की जो पोजीशन होती है वो तो सेम होती है. अर्थ मूव्स अराउंड द सन. सो व्हेन द अर्थ मूव्स अराउंड द सन, so some part remains. छोड़ो इसको. So the polar regions experiences 6 months of continuous daytime and 6 months of continuous night. Why? Because this region does not receive sun rays. This region does not receive sun rays when the earth moves around the sun. When the earth moves around the sun, so these polar region does not receive sun rays in due to 6 months, and that is the reason when the 6 months of continuous daytime and 6 months of continuous night. Now vegetation. Due to the cold climate and permanently frozen soil called permafrost, there is almost no vegetation in the frigid zone. So in the frigid zone there is no vegetation. However, the tundra region is characterized by a alternate freezing and thawing of the ground. Why it is freezing? Because it is near the poles, so it is also freezing and thawing of the ground. During the thawing season, that is snow melting season, mosses, lichens and scanty grasses grow. So most of the time when the snow melting in this season, so mosses, lichens and the scanty grasses only grow. No other vegetations are there. Arctic flowers bloom during thawing season and bring color to the landscape. What about the wildlife? Fish and insects, penguins, snow owls and albatrosses, seals, walruses, reindeer, polar bears, foxes and wolves are found in the frigid zone. Thick skin and a heavy coat of hair protect these animals from severe cold. Because this region is located in near the pole, so mostly fish and insects, penguins, snow owls, foxes, wolves and so on animals are found here. And because they have thick skin, and a heavy coat, so it protect them from the severe cold. People, since the climate of the frigid zone is very cold, so few people lives in this region. Parts of Greenland, Canada, the United States, and Russia are inhabited by the people called the Inuit. So, the people who lives here, they are called Inuit. Okay, they live in houses known as igloos. Okay, so their houses are known as igloos. The Lapps of the northern Scandinavia, it means Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, and Samoyeds, Yakuts, and Chukchis of Siberia are some other group of people who live in the frigid zone. So these are the other uh, group of people who lives here. Okay. Now, so as you can see, this is the map of frigid zones. Okay. So see, students, this is the key of frigid zones. So where you will found this type of key, it means these are frigid zones. So as you can see, this part is here, this part is here, and this part is here. It means these are frigid zones, and some little part is also here. It means these are frigid zones. Okay. Now, sometimes the night sky in the polar regions is lit up by naturally occurring bright light. The light is caused when charged particles from the sun collide with atoms in the earth's upper atmosphere. It is known as Aurora Borealis. Okay, it is known as Aurora Borealis. Okay, in the northern hemisphere, and Aurora Australis in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so sometimes when the night sky in polar regions lit up by the naturally occurring bright light, so that is called Aurora Borealis in northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere, and Aurora Australis in southern hemisphere. See this type of, okay, this type of naturally occurring. Okay, when the naturally occurring this type of views, this type of sight, that is called in northern hemisphere Aurora Borealis, and in southern hemisphere Aurora Australis. Okay, student. So now I hope you must have understood this topic, frigid zone. So what we have observed in frigid zone? In frigid zone we have observed first, it is lies between Arctic Circle and North Pole in northern hemisphere, and Antarctic Circle and South Pole in southern hemisphere. And because the sun rays does not falls on this region properly, so on this region properly, so 6 months, okay, 6 months here is always daytime, and 6 months here is always night time. Okay, so once again you will read this.